I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, I went into it with fairly high expectations because, you know, Chris Renaud did the Despicable Me movies, from whence came the Minions, and we had the Minions movie, which was, you know, Pierre Coffin, which I just laughed all the way through. And funnily enough, it was Father's Day recently, and my Father's Day treat was I got the whole family to watch the Minions movie. And at the beginning of it, when the Minions do the Universal logo, ba, 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 I started laughing, and I was in tears. I mean, I just didn't stop. What?
Really? So your treat was you could insist that everybody sit and watch a movie.
Yeah, imagine what a fun dad I must be. And then in the interview you were talking, you raised some points which are very pertinent. The comparison with Toy Story, which is, you know, very prevalent. The idea of these are things that you live with, but what happens when you go out of the room? So in Toy Story, it's the toys all come to life and they have these lives all of their own. In this, it's your pets. You go out, you shut the door. What happens all the time that you're out? And there's also a kind of comparison with Toy Story in terms of that central rivalry between Woody and Buzz, which is sort of matched to some extent by the two dogs who are suddenly sort of put together, living together. How are they going to make this work? And top level voice cast. I mean, absolutely top level voice cast and pristine animation. And the film opens, at least when I saw it, there's a Minion short.
Yes.
I think that must be with everything.
Yes.
And I thought the Minion short was really funny. It was a Minion short about seeing an advert for a blender, and it just had the Minion saying banana, banana, banana. And again, there was I weeping with laughter. And then, in fact, very much like the Minions movie, the first 10 minutes of Secret Life of Pets is pretty much on the money gags that you just smile or laugh at all the way through, because it's basically the gag is, so what happens when the door gets shut and suddenly what are they all doing? And you were saying that there's a sequence with the dachshund having a back scratch.
Yeah, I think it's in the trailer. A lot of people will have seen it. Yes, the dachshund for a little sort of back massage finds a food blender.
Yeah.
Well, not the kind of the blades.
No,
because that wouldn't be
a massage.
It's a mixer, not a blender. That's the one. It's that slow rotating metal thing.
But there's this kind of nice montage of what they all do the minute you go out the door. And if you're a dog or a cat owner, and of course I am both, you will also appreciate the central joke about dogs who are just stupidly devoted, and cats who are like, yeah, what? But although there is a very funny moment when the cat thinks the dog is really stupid, and then the cat gets distracted by a
beam of light.
By a beam of light, and it's something. So everything opens really well. The question is whether or not it can sustain that. And I think that over the course of the film, the things I did think was, well, look, it's not Inside Out, although, frankly, what is. It's not Zootropolis, which is obviously the thing that it bears comparison to, because, in Zootropolis, it's an entire city of animals. And there was so much going on in Zootropolis, so much in terms of the depth, the richness, the whole architectural intrigue of it. It was so wonderful. And, of course, it's not, it doesn't have the heartbreak of when Marnie was there, or the beauty of Tale of Princess Kaguya. What it does have, however, is pretty consistent slapstick physical humour. Animated physical humour, obviously. And that's what kept me going all the way through it. I think it's fun. I don't think it's particularly substantial. I don't think it has quite the classic status of some of the other films that we've talked about. But I think it will be. I think it will entertain, because what it does is it understands physical comedy. It understands that actually the funniest things in it are essential. Although we have this great voice cast, the funniest things are the physical slapstick that you see on screen that could almost be kind of compared to, sort of knockabout silent film humour. And certainly I was never bored. There were some moments when I thought it became quite dark, which I was sort of quite surprised by.
Because it's just a you.
It is just a you, but when they get into the sewers and, the world of people, the whole thing about, in that clip that you played, we killed our owners, all that stuff. that's surprisingly dark for a U-certificate film. But essentially, its primary appeal is that it has knockabout slapstick charm to spare. I don't think it has much more substance than that. I certainly don't think it has classic status. But I enjoyed it, passed the 6 laughs test within those first 10 minutes, no trouble whatsoever.